So today I'm talking about your biggest weakness and how that impacts your money. So how does it really impact your money? Well, first off, I want to say don't spend time trying to improve on your weakness. We all have weaknesses. Don't spend your energy on trying to improve it so much, but first of all, just become aware of what your weakness is. And become aware of what your weakness is and how it might be costing you money. So if you're a business owner, is your weakness costing you some big expenses in your business? It probably is. If you're not a business owner but you're an executive, is your biggest weakness causing you to not be promoted? Or is your biggest weakness actually having you resist taking action in your life? I find that a lot with people. So here's the thing. Do you know what your biggest weakness is? If you don't know what your biggest weakness is, just ask somebody in your life. Like I ask my husband, I ask my girls. They have no problem telling me what my biggest weakness is. So if you don't really know what it is, ask someone really close to you. And here's the thing. What I want you to do is I want you to actually think about that biggest weakness. Think about what it's costing you. And then I want you to do this. I want you to be aware of it on a daily basis. So when your biggest weakness comes up on a daily basis, what I want you to do is when that happens to you, I want you to remind yourself that you are in control and you can direct that weakness. You are in control of it. So for example, my biggest weakness is I'm super impatient. And so every time I get into this feeling impatient, I always feel like I have to do so much, and I always try to put too much on my plate on a daily basis. So when I start to feel that pressure and that anxiety or the emotional stress around that, I do a couple of things. It just reminds me that I am in control, that I can make the decisions to not let that weakness overtake me. So I meditate, I breathe, I pray. Sometimes, even yesterday I went on the floor in my office and set my timer for 5 minutes and just thought of nothing. All right, that's what I do. What is your biggest weakness? I know a lot of times people come to me and I find that time management is their biggest weakness. So time management. So if that's your biggest weakness, what I'd encourage you to do is take a look at what could you take out of your life that's causing you the lack of action to move forward, and not just a lack of action, but what is that like financially costing you? I find a lot of times the time management issues are because we're on our phones too much. We spend way too much time distracted from everything on our phone. So what can you do with your phone, as an example, to maybe not look at it all day long or look at it only a couple days during the work day? Again, this is about becoming aware of your weakness and figuring out how to direct and control that weakness, because I can almost guarantee you that is costing you a lot of money.